Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm back with another guidance session. This is going to be a timeless coffee cup reading for you guys. I've prepared two coffee cups, number one and number two. You can choose either that you like or you kind of feel more connected to. You can also choose both of them and watch the video for two different topics. So the topic for today is that what's coming in the very near future? What do you need to know? It's a general reading and timeless reading, so whenever you're guided to watch this video is when you needed to hear these messages. Before I start the reading, while you're choosing your cup, I want to thank you all for your support to my channel, to you who have subscribed, and to all the new watchers. Thank you so much, and I do really appreciate it. With that, I'm going to start the reading for group number one. Let's see what kind of messages we are getting here. I see an open book. Something might come into clarity for you. You might start reading again, or you might get some information from some book, and maybe a situation starts to get a little bit more clear for you. You might also find something between the pages of a book, like an address, I don't know, something from before that you left behind, like between pages of a book, and you maybe forgot about it, and it maybe brings back something from the past. I see connection to the past or to the future. Maybe you start with that, you find a new address, you get a new hint or something that will change a little bit the direction of your life right now. Some of you might have a shift in your career. If you are looking to basically secure a deal or a job offer, I see that it will be possible for you. I see two fish in a pond, so two good news can come to you, two possibilities. But I see a shift in career. Some people might start working with children. If you have a toddler at home, maybe if they have started walking, they also might be going around the home and bringing stuff to you and ask questions. I see people ask you questions, and I see them as like children or kids. I don't know, it could be literally that, or I don't know how it might resonate with all of you. But some of you might start working with kids, and it's really interesting for you. Sometimes this thing might shock you, that how they get to ask you this kind of question, or how do they know about this. Maybe just the way the children talk is I don't know, it's kind of unique for you. There's a wish fulfillment that I can see around the full moon. Whenever you're watching, something good might happen, something that might surprise you, or one question that you have asked might come to, or a wish that you had might come to a basically realization. You might get a manifestation near the time of the full moon, because I see, like, unexpectedly you see some differences in whatever you're working on or asking for, the intention that you had for watching this video. I see someone is working on a plan. Maybe you're trying to create something, to craft something. I see an artistic kind of energy here. Again, I see energy of animals and children very present, very pure energies. You might have pets. Some of you might get birds, or somehow you might start feeding birds or walk in the park and see more birds. Somehow I see that energy for you. I definitely see a newborn being related to you. There might be a newborn in your family, news of pregnancy, or that you might hear someone is expecting. It's very prosperous actually, and this will affect your life. It could be that it's not your child, but somehow it's going to be, somehow it's very strong and pronounced in your reading here. It could be a baby boy, what I'm seeing here. But be careful if you have already the child, be careful. I see some people might not be happy about having this baby, or this baby being born. There might be a connection between this baby and some things that have happened in the past. I see a little bit of a story behind this child being born, or the parents, or something that might be like some connection, or this baby might connect people together or something in those lines. I see a snowman. Something will be a little bit temporary, so don't invest in things that they just look good, and maybe it's an offer, maybe it's, I don't know, whatever. It could be many things. It might look really good, but it might not last long. It just might have a like a snowman, a life, or a life of during the winter, and then it's gonna melt away, and nothing it will be remained. I see a male energy like that is not going to be present that much. You know, if someone is showing that they are going to be devoted to you, they might not be like that. They might be, yeah, they might disappear after a while. I don't know. I see that kind of energy. There's a pile up, something piled up. I don't know if you need to clean your house, or you need to declutter, get things that you don't need out of your home. I see a little bit of cleansing. I also see that for your financial status, there's going to be changes, as I mentioned previously, but some of it is not known to you yet. There are some changes in the maybe market, or maybe in your investments that you don't know yet. For most part, I see it as a positive. It might be that some money might come to you from some investment that you have done, which you didn't expect. That's also nice. Maybe you start something, a journey or something in your life which will make a lot of attention, like it will cause a lot of attention. It will gather a lot of attention. Some of you might get married, or as I said, you might have a baby, that something is related to this baby that, I don't know, it drags a lot of attention. It could be also, again, a journey, a possibility, something that maybe makes you famous even, or maybe even attracts a lot of your attention. A lot of you devote a lot of time and energy to this matter that is coming. But I see a ship sailing, and it's making a lot of noise. It's making a lot of noise. So, but I still sense the energy that don't get too excited. If something or someone is making a lot of noise and trying to get a lot of attention, try to be a little bit more careful about the reality before you fall into the glory, or the how things appear to look and how they look like. I mean, there's a little bit more into stuff, and you might need to dig a little bit more before you fall for a decision or for a commitment. I see Pisces energy, and also you might be on the way to make a decision, and you keep swinging between yes or no, or do or don't. You might be a little bit uncertain, and it might also happen that you make a decision, and then you shift, you change, and you have this struggle in your mind that sometimes you are pro, sometimes you are against. So this could be for some people. Be careful not to use your something that you have on your wrist. It could be a watch, or I don't know, a bracelet. You might need to put something on your wrist, not to forget something. I don't know if you need to have a reminder to do something, or you might put something on your wrist. Some people might get a tattoo. I see letter H. And I see jumping around. I see you have run a long way, or you have jumped a lot of obstacles, and you have passed them, and you're getting at you think that you're getting at the solid, basically foundation. For a lot of you, that's the case. But be careful where you are stepping. Don't trust 100%. Always try to be cautious about your decisions. But for some of you, I see that you might start exercising, or even professionally, you might start running or doing more. Maybe you decide to do a little bit more exercise, or you need to do a little bit more exercise in your life. Be a little bit more active. Some of you are alone and maybe a little bit depressed at the moment, but I see the way out of this solitude if you want to. Someone likes to eat soup, or like noodles and stuff like that. I see that. One person I see they are leaving the household. Someone might I see an energy of leaving and departure. It might be to a new place. It might be towards their family, towards their child. Because again, I see the energy of children very present here. You might want to change where you live and go back to your family, where you have when you were a child, when you had spent your childhood, or maybe where your children live, something like that. I see a desire to get back to your roots for some people. There's a little bit of sadness, but it comes with a lot of excitement. I think I see the passion. Some of you might be, again, I see a little bit of different story, different energies. Like, as I said, the yin and yang is a little bit of mix of sadness and excitement. It's a little bit weird, but as I said, they are going in two different directions, and these energies might drag you in two different. Maybe one day you are very happy and excited and very optimistic, and the other day you are feeling a little bit more depressed and you don't think really clearly. If you are born in the year of horse in Chinese astrology, that might be more relevant to you. Specifically, if you are a horse Pisces, I see this reading then is definitely yours, because I see those elements very strongly in this reading. Yeah, I see the horse energy very strong. Some of you do want to have a foundation. You're looking for a solid foundation. You want to, again, I see the challenge for some people are between leaving and staying. As I said, two different energies is very present. This struggle is present. You're on the way to go, and then you want to stay. So you're pulled and pushed in two different ways. You somehow want to leave, and you somehow want to stay. Again, this struggle could be on different topics. It depends who's watching and what is going on in your life. So it's a general reading. It's not intended for any specific person. So just please take as it resonates. Again, I see that baby's energy very precious. It comes back. It keeps coming back to my attention. Yeah, again, if some baby is born, is being born, or has recently been born, it's going to be a very, very important baby, or it's going to be somehow this baby will have an important role in your life, or they're going to be someone famous. I don't know. Somehow it's maybe it's also around Christmas time, or I don't know. It's just very, very important. I see people who are around you that they look like they're wise, and you can ask them for support, but honestly they're not that helpful. You might know that, or you might just try to ignore it. Sometimes it's better if you make a decision yourself and stick to it. Some of you, if you're looking for someone to tell you what to do and then blame them. So if you know that that's the case, you should avoid doing that, because in the end you have to live with your decisions. Something will be bringing a lot of joy in your home and foundation. I see a lot of happiness for some of you. Again, it's a push and pull energy in this reading, but generally I see it very positive for you guys. And then money is coming. I definitely see that there's going to be abundance in money and in your finances. But be careful, as I said, don't trust everyone. Full moon is again here. Full moon, and next full moon might bring a lot of good news for you. I see you will meet some new people. If you would like to date, you see a new person. I see two different genders talking. You might be totally strangers, but I see a face-to-face conversation. I kind of look like you meet each other in a like formal way. Like it could be a theater, it could be somewhere that people go to, maybe an art collection, a gallery, a museum, something like that. You might get to know someone due to these kind of places. Someone is pregnant and they're hiding it, or they don't know, and it will be a baby girl. If you're pregnant, try to do your checkups. Don't ignore something, because I kind of see an ignored pregnancy, or you kind of forget dates about your pregnancy, or you don't still know that you're pregnant. This is another thing that you don't know, but it's always good to know if someone is pregnant. It's good that they know, because for example, they shouldn't smoke, or do something. So yeah, just because of that, it's just maybe good that you find out. I see that it says you need to go slow down. So for some people, the message is that slow a little bit down. Um, don't rush into your decisions. For some of you, I see Paris. Maybe some people are traveling to Paris, or there's some news coming from Paris. If you're traveling there, you might have all the rainy days while you're staying there, and you need to have an umbrella. Or maybe even you're traveling somewhere in a shortly, like in the coming days. It might be that the weather is unexpectedly changed, and be careful about that, or be prepared about that. I mean, it's just for some people, not for everyone. You might get unexpected weather, that's for sure. It could be literally the weather, or like the atmosphere if you're going for, I don't know, a conference, I don't know, like, or a seminar, a work related job, or even for pleasure. Maybe things change, and it won't be as you planned. It's not for worse, but just things might surprise you. It's like an unexpected rain. I see two people are not talking, and one person is very angry. Maybe you're giving someone a silence treatment, and the other person doesn't care. Maybe someone made the other person angry with their behavior, but they don't care at all. I see them, they don't care, while the other person is really frustrated and upset. I see a lot of flowers. Maybe spring is going to be very blossom. I see a lot of blossom. Something is going to be giving you a lot of, like, as I said, expansion. From one seed, you get multiple blossom. So that's great. Again, it could be indicating one more time the financial gain that I talked about. And it most probably happen in maybe in springtime. I see Cancer. Maybe that a person with a Cancer sign is a cause of this change in your plans. It could be a sibling, it could be anyone, like a colleague, a coworker, someone who you're going to stay with, where you are going to, I don't know, but they might change your plans unexpectedly, and things might go a little bit different. Someone will jump really out of joy and happy. If you are a cook or a chef or a waitress, be careful while you're carrying the service, because I see you in a slippery floor, and you might fall while you have something in your hand. It looks like a waitress bringing the food or the cake, and there's a slippery surface. Be careful about that. If you're overworked, I don't know, if you haven't slept well, I don't know, don't take long shifts or don't work long hours. Someone is thinking about their love situation, their love life, but they have to know that when someone doesn't want you, they don't want you. You shouldn't blame yourself or them. You just have to let it go. Letting go is the best thing to, basically, the best approach if you clearly know that there is no way for this, I don't know, relationship or whatever it is. I see a little bit of pollution coming. Maybe some places the air is polluted. I see some disturbance, maybe some messages. Someone is making, like, if you're closing a deal, this is again for some very specific people. This is interesting. If you are buying a company or a factory, be careful about the environmental rules or environmental guidances and stuff like that, because it might be that you buy the company and you close the deal, but then you figure out that, like, for example, in that area you're not allowed to manufacture, or you are not allowed to have a company because of the how do you say, like, because of the environmental rules and regulations. So just be careful about that. I see that you might regret your decision, and some people know that, and they're not telling you. If you're also buying a land or a home, be careful. Sometimes there's some regulations about the insurance, flood insurance, stuff like that you might not know, and then they might not tell you specifics about the environment in a deal. It could even be an international deal, might make you lose money or someone lose money and get basically, they might regret their decision or they might lose some money. Um, I see someone nursing a baby and they have a pet. Someone has a baby, and while they're taking care of the baby, their pet is also up at night with them. This is really nice. I do see a dog. Someone is very loyal to you, or you look for loyal friends. Don't think whoever is telling you that they are your best company, they will be. It's not always like that. You will find some keys to some problems. You just have to look around a little bit better. Some people are not showing who they are, and they're just around you. So don't take advice from anyone who wants to give you advice. So that's that for group number 1. I hope that you liked your reading. Let's move to group number 2 and see what kind of messages we can channel for group number 2. Okay. I see that you might have questions. I see someone raising hands. Again, some information might come to you, or you might be nominated to do something, or you'll be asked to do something, and you'll volunteer yourself. I see it's good. I see a lot of energy in your cup, like you're ready to go. It's very, very present here. I see someone standing in the wind, and they are. Wow, this is very nice. You need to forget the past. You need to let it go. I think if you're an air sign, this is really, really for you. You have to let things go. You might experience windy days, or for some of you, you might see someone like a spiritual person, a guru, someone like that will give you a lot of advice. You might hear from someone in, like, I don't know, on the internet. You might see a movie or read a book or listen to someone that comes to you as that they bring you, or they give you a very, very strong philosophy that it will change your life. Like, this person will influence you a lot. Some of you might even change the way you have been living and the way you have been thinking, and a lot of fundamental how can I say, like, beliefs and in your head, in your mind, will be changed, will be switched. Some people are very strong. You have resisted a lot of obstacles in your life, and you have been standing strong. It has been very windy and hard and harsh, but you have been strong. You might hear, or it could be that people might hear about some big news in the world, something about like a rule, regulation that is changed, and some people might feel that it's not fair. It might feel unfair, specifically with a specific group of people might find it unfair. I don't know. I can't say more specific. I see a couple. I see romance in the air. There is a lot of romantic relationship. I see that you might start over your life. If even you had past issues with romance, you'll find someone who really adores you, some new person in your life that really, really adores you. I see a couple that they're really close to each other, and the love between them is very pure and out, like, astonishing. It's really nice. You might go out to take some pictures or pose for some pictures as a couple. I see flames and wind. Again, a combination of flames and wind. Something will give you willpower to do something, to move forward, to go and be still strong. Even if there is an obstacle in front of you, you will manage. It could be your spouse, your partner, the love of your life, that they will give you some motive to move forward and keep going. That's really pronounced. If you see yourself in complete darkness, you will find a way out. If you have been abused, and if you have been in an abusive relationship for a long time, you will find a way to come out of this darkness. I see someone packing their stuff and leave this horrible situation or this darkness that they are in for good, and they will never look back, and that's the end of it. it could be any kind of work related or family related hard situation that you are trying to leave and mm, put behind. Some people might come to you, might go for a sleepover. Maybe even old colleagues go to on a work trip, and I don't know, somehow some memories come back, or maybe your kids come or go for a sleepover. I see some people stay the night together, but it's not like, yeah, it's like very casual. I see someone singing. That comes also. I see a fiery voice that goes very far. A fiery voice that gets. I don't know. Maybe a singer will release an album soon that you would really love. It might be coming from a woman, from a female energy, that this song might get very famous, or it might be very motivation, like motivating for people, or the young people might like it. I see a very strong woman, a very strong female energy influencing, and I see a lot of fire and wind around them. And again, I see the energy, the white and light energy defeating the darkness. So if you are, and it could be with voice, with talking, people might start talking, or someone might start talking about their feelings and put things out, so that they can put the past behind. And you have to put the past behind. For a lot of people, I see closure and this decluttering that you have to do, and the cleansing that you have to do to get rid of the past and things that they're unwanted or unneeded in your life, and you need to get rid of them. Yeah, I see a two-way. Some people are deciding between two possibilities, but the justice is going to be served. One way that you might choose might get you to another, like another basically split way. But the other side, if you take it, will take you straight to your goal. So the first might take you to another split way, and you might need to make another decision. You will actually hear a news that some news comes to you in form of, I don't know, an email, whatever it could be, that you might need to act on it, and you might need to make a decision. You think for a while, maybe you need to think, you need to talk to people, and you will stay at this decision making period for a while, and it might change a little bit, takes your time, and you need to devote some time and energy to make a decision. If you want to relocate and go far from where you are, it's not good for you. I see that it's going nowhere, and you might lose a lot of money, or or the things that they are telling you might not come true. Be careful not to lose your pets, specifically if you have a kitten or a cat. I see a lost cat. Um, Again, things might come really spontaneously to you, or it's ideas in your head, or things start to happen really out of nowhere. Try to stop and kind of think about things the way that you want to act on. Just don't let thoughts come into your put a gate on your mind, so not all the thoughts can just come and go. Some of you have a lot of mind, how can I say, mind games, and things come in your head, decisions that things that you are thinking about, and then you let go, and then so it's just frustrating. I see someone with their head, and a lot of frogs are jumping out of in their head. So it could be unnecessary thinking, it could be overthinking, it could be unnecessary, I don't know, things that are not useful. I don't see anything useful from this mind being so much occupied with a lot of noises. Some of you might start hearing noises, so be careful. Don't push your limits about thinking to things that are not important. Try to have a style to manage issues and problems in your life, and try to get some sleep. That's gonna help you. Some of you maybe start thinking at night and you can't sleep really well. Someone might just open their mouth and say things that they will regret, Be careful if you're angry with someone, if you're not happy with someone's performance at work, or if this happens to you and someone tells you something nonsense and they just open their mouth and randomly say things out of anger or frustration, try to be careful. I see that this could escalate and cause issues. So just ignore those people, or if you might be this person who has the potential to get angry and say things that they might regret, just be careful about that. Don't sign any contract without reading and without understanding it. It could be that you're missing something, specifically in the next close future, wherever you're watching this video. I see someone with a pure heart. It's a dad or a father figure who's really like maybe missing their child, or praying for them, or having them in their thoughts, and or be upset. Maybe they're upset for them. But they could be that they have passed, but their basically spirit is present and very much supporting their family even, or their loved ones. Pay a visit to the elderly in your family if you can. They will be very happy. Maybe some relatives are really lonely. They're older and they don't have a lot to do, or they can't go anywhere, so they need support. If you can, provide them support. I see gates. Yeah, for some people, new gates are open, new possibilities are open. I see very open future for you, very bright. And as I said, you might find a groom, you might find someone that changes your, I don't want to say the belief system, but the way you value things might be completely upside down. The way you give yourself credit might change. The way you see life and you kind of value life, and your expectation for life, things like that might change. After this realization, I see a wake-up call. I see a realization that will happen. It looks like then a gate is shown to you, a scene from the 5Ds open to you, and then you just click like, this is how I want to live. This is how I want to be, and this is how I want to spend my time, my life, So yeah, a big realization is coming. I see flooding somewhere. Someone definitely needs a haircut. I think the reading is trying to give you and urge you to be calm and don't be pushy. Also, maybe someone is abusing you verbally and telling you things that is not fair, and that gives you a lot of stress at night. And their words are like, as I said, those frogs that I saw jumping in and out of your head. That's their words. So that toxic people, you have to leave them behind, delete them from your life. You don't need to have them in your life if they give you that kind of feedback or abusive behavior, or even verbal. I see that they talk in a way that it really bothers you. So for some people, I see that, and this really affects you. So you better think about it and find a way out. Okay, I think that's that. Yeah, that was what I could see for group number 2. So thank you so much, guys. That was the reading for today. I hope that it resonates, and until the next time, stay blessed.